Hello, I'm Vasily Fisk. See, I've got a hat that says Fisk. Okay, so I'm looking for clues, and I'm looking for clues in my computer screen because I'm trying to look through to see you there. Okay. Now, I own a detective agency in London, England. And I do metaphysical investigations. I'm looking for clues right now. Now, what we've got here is some broth. This is broth. In Britain, we call it broth. In France, they call it consomme. And I don't know over there in the colonies what you call it. Soup, I suppose. It's cold. It's cold broth. And this is toast. Now, with toast, I like raisin bread, toasted, peanut butter, sometimes not marmalade, I put on, what's that damn stuff called? And then I add spices from the Caribbean, like cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg and tropical spices. What was that stuff called? Oh, here it is. It's molasses. I didn't put it on, but I did last night. It's fancy molasses. Now, you get this from the distillation of sugar from sugar cane in places like Jamaica and Barbados. So you've got a great big still that cooks everything up, and you'll get the sugar out. And at the bottom, you'll get golden sugar, brown sugar, and then at the very bottom, thick, syrupy molasses. Now, if you're going to make rum, you can use this stuff and you can ferment it and create an incredible beverage. And perhaps have a sample for you. Yes. Now, this is Bacardi rum. And someone's been into it. You can see there's not much left. And does it say where it's from? It's Superior White Rum. Ron Bacardi, aged for a year in oak barrels with charcoal. This one says Cuba. So this was Cuban rum. It's 40% alcohol, 60% other things. It's mostly water and flavoring agents which come from the sugar. Now, as to my metaphysical investigation at Fisk Investigations, we are looking to see what the source of Mary Had a Little Lammy is. Mary Had a Little Lammy was someone who, it's very difficult to explain. Mary Had a Little Lammy. Oh, damn it. This is why I have to pick up my investigations. I have to look for clues. First of all, I have to remember who the hell the client was. It was Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin always says, Mary had a little lammy. And we always wonder what the hell that means. There's Mary Had a Little Lamb, that was the nursery rhyme. And lammy is, something that a grandmother would call one of her grandchildren. Come here, you little lammy, I want to give you a kiss and a hug. But if Mary had a little lammy, there's also the Lamb of God, which, Jesus, I suppose, the Lamb of God. And there was a lamb substituted for a boy in the Old Testament. And they did kill the lamb, and no one knows, but at the Olympic in Vancouver, Mr. Burroughs had eaten a lamb and quite enjoyed it, and then felt very guilty afterwards, thinking he's eaten a beautiful little animal. Very tasty, but, if you could substitute something. I mean, Mr. Eves used to make substitute meat out of tofu. On the television show MASH, they had a little lammy, and it was Radar O'Reilly's little lammy, and it was supposed to be cooked up for the Greeks. the Greek soldiers wanted a lamb for Christmas or something. But what they did is they substituted cans of Spam. And then they got all the Greek people drunk on ouzo. So they couldn't tell the difference in the end. Anyways, I must get back to my metaphysical investigation. I've got to figure this one out. I'm Vasily Fisk. Vasily Fisk Investigations Incorporated, London, UK. We're on Carnaby Street.